Enterprise cost allocation is complex and messy. Different meters, inconsistent tags, shared services. Finance can't cleanly map any of it to lines of business. That's why we built Mikan, a smart cost allocation tool that turns platform usage into fair, auditable line of business costs without the spreadsheet pain. Enterprise cost allocation breaks down at scale. Different enterprise technologies all meter differently. Shared services blur ownership, and tags are incomplete. Attribution is complex and often wrong. We lack real-time visibility, so finance sees spend months later, after the money's gone. The result? Month-end surprises, disputed chargebacks, and lines of business pushing back on accountability because the numbers don't feel fair or auditable. Without trusted, timely allocations by app, team, environment, and SLA, leaders can't optimize, and engineers won't own the bill. That's the gap we must close to turn platform usage into clear, defensible line of business's costs. We built Mikan to take the gymnastics out of enterprise cost allocation. It simplifies multi-service attribution, normalizing usage across Confluent, Databricks, Mongo, and more, so shared services and mixed meters roll up cleanly to the right owners. You get real-time visibility into allocations with drill downs to detailed expenditure by app, team, environment, and SLA, plus forecasts that finance can trust. Policy-based rules, tags, weights, tiers make chargeback/showback fair, consistent, and auditable. The result? Finance can allocate costs to every line of business accurately and with ease, while leaders see exactly where spend is going and act before quarter-end surprises hit. Let me show you how Mikan simplifies Confluent cost allocation. We'll start in cost centers. Here you get a clear breakdown of spend by line of business for the selected month. I'll switch to last month. And the month before. Then back to the current month. Here's the allocation by line of business. Including an unassigned bucket. Expanding unassigned shows the service accounts that aren't mapped to any cost center. Our goal in cost management is to map every service account to the right line of business cost center. If we don't, the organization will need to absorb the cost. You can see the impact here. Unassigned totals over $7,000. That's real money left unallocated. With Mikan, we can quickly identify these accounts and assign them to the correct cost centers to eliminate leakage. Let's drill down on the Confluent spending. In here, you can see spend split by Kafka, Connect, Stream Governance, Flink, and Cluster Linking. Now I'll scroll to Service Accounts. Here, we get line item detail for each account, ingress, egress, storage, and topic partitions. Notice the unassigned bucket again. Let's find out what resources not mapped to the cost centers. Here's a common root cause. Several topics are missing the write permission access control list ACL, and you can see the clusters that own them. Without correct ACLs, ownership is unclear, and costs land in unassigned. We can fix this very easily. You can go back to the Confluent Cloud Console to map topics to the proper service accounts and apply the required ACLs. Once that's done, Mikan automatically reattributes those costs to the correct line of business. With Mikan, you can both flag runaway topic usage and allocate spend accurately, closing the loop between usage, ownership, and cost. Next, Let's make sure every service account is mapped to a cost center. This is crucial for attributing spend to the right lines of business. I'll open the Service Accounts tab. You can see each account and its assigned cost center. Anything not mapped is clearly labeled Unassigned. I'll sort by cost center to surface all unassigned accounts. Select the ones we want to fix and click Assign Cost Center. From here, I can choose an existing cost center or create a new one. I'll confirm, and Mikan immediately recalculates allocations so spend flows to the correct line of business. With a few clicks, we've closed the attribution gap and eliminated leakage from unassigned. Let's look at some of the more advanced features of Mikan's for getting allocations to reconcile with the Confluent invoice. I'll open Cost Allocation Verification. Up top, you'll see Confluent Actual Billing, Total Allocated Cost, Unallocated Cost. Below, Mikan pinpoints contributors to the gap. Here, it's Connect, Cluster Linking, KSQLDB, and Flink. To fix this, I'll go back to Chargeback and click the gear icon at the top left. First, Apply Billing Discount. If you've previously negotiated a Confluent discount, enter it here so allocations reconcile to the invoice. Let's say it was 15%. Notice the discounted pricing calculated immediately for verification. Next, let's take a look at the Cost Center Allocation feature. This lets us apportion shared platform costs for Connect, Cluster Linking, KSQLDB, and Flink across the right cost centers. You can see each component's total. I'll select our target cost centers and assign percent splits. Let's enter the percentages now. And click Create Cost Center Allocation. Mikan will recalculate instantly. Component costs roll into the selected cost centers, and the total allocated now matches Confluent actual billing. From Confluent to Databricks to Mongo, Mikan maps usage to the right owners every time. Talk to us today to find out more.